I'm not like you, your faceless lies, your weak dead heart, your black dead eyes. I'll make it through, but not this time. Your hope is gone, and so is mine. Fly, crawl back inside. Sick, blind, love left behind. And I won't live your weak, wicked lie. You pull me in, I'm one step behind. What's up? That's been stuck in my head for a hot minute, and I just realized I didn't even know the actual words. Not having a good day, guys. It's rough. I'm probably gonna get into it later, knowing me. I'm not gonna get into it right now because I can't really organize my thoughts. I'm gonna finish a bit of the task at hand and then turn on my camera and then probably eventually play a game. Hoping someone shows up to chat soon. That way I don't have to think about what I'm doing. I can chat and forget about games. I better not do that for real. That wouldn't be right. Not gonna lie, guys, I haven't even gone dressed by the time I hit live. Been a day like that. Just not feeling it. I think I better go powder my nose before do anything too. We gonna smoke a bowl of peace, guys. We need some peace in our lives right now. We're stressing. That too. No one's here yet. Wait, someone just came in. Thank you for the like. I see that. Could be anywhere from Mike's wife to Dean or any of them. 47. Are you 47? You would have said hi by now. I'm definitely forgetting important games. It is Dean. How's it going, buddy? You gonna have time to stick around at all today? I could use the company. I'm having a bad fucking day. Right, I'm putting that on you. No, not really. I enjoy when you guys are around because you guys genuinely make my days better and make my life better. Awesome. Not a lot of good today, but I understand that's not exactly what that question means. Actually having a pretty bad time. The tournament didn't go well, but what was worse for me, if you didn't happen to see that in the stream, what ended up being really bad for me was that it was broadcast on their big Twitch channel, and because not just because I was losing, but because I was not playing anywhere near as well as I can. I was playing very laughably badly. Um, Being broadcast on their big Twitch was really, really bad on my mental health because I knew that like hundreds of people were watching me and somebody was commenting on my performance and I didn't know what they were saying and I still don't know what was said. I assume nothing mean or anything was actually said, but clearly not great on my mental health. That caused me to freak out, step away, and forget that I still had a bracket to play where I could have stayed in the tournament because it was double elimination. Missed that, lost my spot in the tournament, and I sincerely doubt anything mean was said. Just to be clear, I do not think. Um, I don't think anybody in that community as a whole, especially the people being held up as commentators, would have been unkind or unsporting that way. And I am sure that is entirely my mental health. And I have been, the community being Turbo Golf Racing, of course. And I have been assured by several members, including leaders in the community, that nobody is looking at me negatively, even when I was being like very whiny and very crybaby. Not like where I lost, but I definitely viewed myself that way. But just very whiny about um having a real shit day and how awful that made me feel. Um, Unfortunately, I was able to stop doing that pretty quickly. But then today I tried to get something done with the dispensary, and then they under their new company. It's very clear that ever since marijuana has been recreationally available and not just medically, um, there are larger companies coming in and buying the dispensaries and deciding that they don't really care about medical patients or low income patients because they can sell to anybody now, so they don't have to cater to a very small niche group of people ultimately. um Fortunately, the manager and more importantly the GM and maybe the regional who he's going to reach out to agree with me that that's shitty. um and I was very open with the general manager, and he was very positive about saying that that's great. That like I'm highly ranked as a local guide in Kansas City by YouTube Maps. um it's not worth watching. It's embarrassing. If you mean my stream where I was in the tournament. um but genuinely in the Kansas City area I'm very highly ranked. um And to be fair, I'm not telling you you can't go watch it. That's fully up to you. I don't think it's entertaining to watch. Unless you enjoy some of the conversation I have with the viewers and that part of the stream specifically. Some of that's pretty good. I always try to make, regardless of my attitude or how gameplay is going, I think you know I always try to make the interaction with viewers really good. We did have on some of the matches, my opponents were in stream and chat, so there's that element. It's not all bad. I don't know if the Twitch version is still available. But that would be at Turbo Golf Tournaments on Twitch. I don't know how long they're doing VODs for on that channel. But yeah, anyway, finishing up with the general manager, I told him about that being up there on Google Maps reviews and stuff. And like how I really do influence people's purchasing decisions to a real level. And so far, I love being able to send people to purchase stuff there at that business. And is that you hitting the hearts so much, Dean? You flirt. Oh, you hopping off though. Oh, you'll see later, not see me later. You'll see the Twitch thing later. I need clarification. I might be a little bit stupid. I think you know that. But yeah, he was glad to hear that, and he's gonna like tell the regional, hey man, this is something that is going to affect our business, and we need to. Right on, appreciate that. But yeah, we can cut that story off there. I think I've explained that pretty well. There's not really any gaps in that. I guess I could talk about exactly what the issue was, but that's not really here nor there. And it's a little bit of me being kind of pedantic, but also arguably just correct. Like, I was correct enough that, you know, I told the general manager, I'm like, hey, I feel like I'm being a little bit of a Karen. And, like, I'm kind of wearing Karen energy on my sleeve over this because XYZ. But like it does seem like an issue, and he's like, no, man. He's like, sometimes you gotta wear that energy like that because yeah, this is an issue. It's just a very niche issue that most people wouldn't think about because commerce. So I think, I guess when the general manager is saying, hey man, yeah, if you're being a bit of a Karen, you're okay being a bit of a Karen because there is an issue here to be dealt with pretty seriously. I guess probably I whatever form of overbearing I'm being is largely justified. If only because the person that I'm being overbearing towards says it's justified. I don't like that the edge of my laundry basket is on my camera. Of all the other mess on my camera, it's the edge of my laundry basket that bothers me. Which isn't supposed to be in here. I think that's why it bothers me. It's not supposed to be in here. I'm also just now noticing that you can indeed see my pong on camera. Just the perfect position. That's probably going to ruin everything, but my camera looks funny to look at physically. That bothers me. Wow. You don't see the laundry basket. Oh, you didn't see the... Here, I'll put it back. Something like that. I can't quite see on my little screen if it's where it was. I think it was right about there. Is that right? No? I don't know where the fuck it was that it could be seen on screen, but I don't think that's it. I don't know. I put it somewhere where you could just see the very edge of it. And now no matter what I do, it's not going back in the same visibility. Was it all the way back there? Man, now you got me obsessed. There, it was right there. So now you can see what I just moved. Obviously you can hear my own delay because my screen that I'm actually monitoring on is about that big where I can actually see my camera. So I'm watching the stream back on the on the TV. Man, I need something that amuses me. That was fun. Don't tell me to forget about it. But yeah, that was the laundry basket. Now you saw it, right? Now you know what I was talking about? I was amusing myself. That was good for my mental health. Give it to me. Give me that one. Give it to me. That's not the way I needed to say that. Give it to me, baby. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Right, though? Dude, but honestly, though, in the world of modern internet and culture, is that the weirdest answer you can give to that question? How many people would actually be fazed by that response? I suspect the answer is shockingly few. We have entire streams of watching people sleep. I feel like watching a confused old stupid man try to figure out what's going on with his laundry basket is a pretty high bar compared to snoring. Oh. And we can all blame that guy who did Numa Numa. Numa he Numa ha. He started it all. It's all his fault. I don't know if you've ever seen an interview with him. First of all, he hates how popular that got, and not anymore. Like, it is what it is. He's such a great guy. He's so fun. But of course he would be. Like, back then, he was just being dumb. There was not popularity on YouTube. YouTube was Google Photos, for all that's worth. Just a way to share videos with people you know. And, but that's why I blame him, because he's one of the first that made it something other than that, that made people start sharing things with everybody. Which was bound to happen. Circumstance and all. But he's a really cool guy. I'm pretty sure he did a sequel to that video, kind of to tease about it. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's about all on that subject. Dean, what should we do today? I should play a game. I'm just not in a great state for it. I'm just kind of in the market of, or in the mindset of, even if I can't get a game played, since the last couple of weeks I've had but what about but what? Let me finish my thought, then get back to what you mean by but what real quick. I was saying the last couple of weeks, since I've had basically the same people on here every day chatting and stuff, even if I can't manage to wrap my head around getting a game played, I decided I need to stream. Because one, I enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking. It, like I said, it really makes my day better. And I would feel very bad now that people are making it a regular part of their day to come in if I'm like, well, just because I can't play a video game, I can't come in and stream and talk to you guys. Um, and I feel like you guys would rather me at least stream and hang out and chat with you guys if I can't pull off playing a game one day and still come in, stream, and hang out and chat than just do nothing because I'm not feeling up to playing a video game. So I went with, even if I don't get to that, which I think I'm fine. I think I can play some games. But I figured it was best to stream either way. Now then, you said, but what? What is that referring to? See if I. Oh, you don't care about talking to me. But what game? That's what I'm asking you. But what game? I mean, I guess I can like share my screen back and yeah, I was gonna say be a little better than that. I'll show you. I'll try to just scroll through everything kind of slowly what I have installed. And I'm not saying I'll play absolutely anything that I have installed. There's things I haven't tried yet enough, etc. That I don't know if I'd want to play. But in general, probably all right. I'd say I'm probably willing to get into at least 50% of things. So I'll just open up all the launchers and kind of scroll slowly like this a couple of times in each of them. And that hopefully will work. Battle.net, I'll play Diablo. Just call Diablo. Don't worry about this Call of Duty bullshit. Fuck Call of Duty. Why is Steam on that screen? I have Halo and Need for Speed. Why is EA on that screen? I think I have Need for Speed of some sort installed. That's what I'm checking. I don't... Oh, I have Unbound installed. I haven't played Unbound yet. Although... I feel like I saw your question right after I gave my answer in real time. That's hilarious. That's psychic. I don't know if Unbound is good. I've heard decent things. To be real honest, if you want to do a Need for Speed type game, I would personally much rather play Forza Horizon. But if you really want to see me try out Need for Speed, whichever one that is for the first time, Unbound, yeah, I think I can try it. I can't guarantee, since I haven't played it before, that I'll stick with it for very long if you want to see me try that. Just because my mind is a bit fragile. I understand that what you mean is like save up and buy a PlayStation 5 and a copy of like the best Need for Speed game ever to have ever been created, and that we are not discussing any possibility of piracy or emulation, or at least if we're discussing emulation, you do mean to use a legal BIOS through an emulator that will read a legitimate copy of the video game, and nothing that would be illegal or pirated in any way, shape, or form. Because that's not legal. But yeah, you're correct. Most Wanted and the actual Need for Speed Most Wanted, not Criterion's. So Most Wanted 2005, specifically Black Edition, is the best Need for Speed game. I see you said Halo. Hold that. Let me go ahead and scroll through the rest of these for you, just in case you see something you like better than Halo. And yes, I do understand that in various countries, the legalities of emulation are different. Yes, yeah, there are various the point being, your point being is that here's what I take away. You would like me to find a playable copy of Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 Black Edition, the best Need for Speed game ever created, and stream that. I will put that on my list of things to do. Absolutely. That's a good request. Now, anyway, like I said, let me scan through the rest of my libraries in case you see something you like better than Halo. Otherwise, we'll do some Halo. I'll probably launch it now, but I might not start immediately, like I'm still finishing my bowl and everything. But Halo's pretty brainless. I'm okay with it, yeah. So there's Steam. That's probably enough time there. Free game change. Oh, The Outer Worlds is free, and so is Thief. I don't have Thief. I do got Wreckfest. We could do Wreckfest. I do enjoy Wreckfest. I tend not to get mad at Wreckfest. So far I see Halo and Wreckfest, right? Yeah. And here's what I have installed on Epic. I need to stream Darkwood at some point, even though I'm not great with horror games. No, I didn't want to launch it now. But there's a story behind that. And it's because I really support. Basically, when this game first came out on lowest settings, what kind of computer you rocking, homie? Wreckfest isn't that demanding. Um. Anyway, so there's uh Darkwood. The developers, when this game came out, released a full version of the game on sites like the Pirate Bay. Full version, nothing to it, and they said as much. They came out and they said, hey, go torrent it. If you are interested in this game, go torrent it, go play it if you can't afford to buy it right now. If you like it, we think you will like it so much that you will want to buy it. If I ever could have purchased the game, I would have, but it came out free on Epic before I ever bought it. It's been on my list of something to buy for a long time, but I don't do well with horror games. I only played about 20 minutes of the game when I torrented it. I think if I had a conversation with those developers and the conversation was, "Oh, hey, you torrented our game. What did you think? Did it make you want to buy it?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I only played about 20 minutes, and I don't usually go for horror games because I get scared too easily, and I don't like that all the time. But I still planned to buy it until I ended up getting it free on Epic." They'd be like, "Oh, and you only played 20 minutes." I think they wouldn't be mad at me for never managing to buy the game, given their overall obvious mentality. Um, but I support that game. Like, go buy Darkwood if you don't have it. If you like horror games at all, go buy it. It's great. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, sounds like you're thinking either Halo or Wreckfest, not Forza. Halo. Infinite or not Infinite? I prefer Infinite. So recently, but let's see, GT 520. Okay, that's fair. You know. Oh man, why my choice? Okay, hold on a second. I'll get to that. First off, you win. That is definitely a computer. And granted, you know I am forced to be humble and that I am lucky to have the fancy ass shit that I have. So as I say this, it's not from a point of like actual ego nose snubbing because I couldn't get what you have on my own without being very very lucky. But that being said, I guess you win. I have to say that is a computer that you are fortunate that it's capable of playing Wreckfest on low settings. Um, man, I hope you're able. I genuinely hope you're able to upgrade soon. I'm extremely lucky because the combination mentality of both um my family on computers and electronics and the area around me because I live in a very tech heavy area in Kansas City and my dad worked IT his entire life. So those combining together um basically oof. Yeah, yeah. Um but basically both having a family that is geared towards tech whatever problems I have with them, it's below their threshold for me to not have what they consider a suitable computer. Whatever else I think about their humanity, their view of humanity would never allow me to not have a not suitable computer when my work is in the technology field. Um, but that's not to say that my dad believes this house needs a working air conditioner or electricity that is reliable. Um, and obviously, I think people that pay attention are seeing me say more positive than negative things about all that recently, and I feel like things are starting to be a little bit different. But there's a lot to undo if it can be undone. Okay, so I grabbed an I Ching coin. So we're gonna say that side's gonna be Halo, and that side's gonna be Wreckfest. And I used to know the names of these sides and what they represent, but I don't use the coins anymore. I use a much more complicated method of divination with the I Ching when I choose to do it. I just don't know the names. I already forgot. What did I say that side was? You thought your air conditioner was on, but it was just. You don't know? Okay, we're gonna try again. Help me pay attention. This side with the 3 on it is going to be Halo. This side with the 2 on it is going to be Wreckfest. Obviously, I very well may forget that by the time I flip the coin. That fell everywhere. 2 was Wreckfest, right? Cool. I hate walking in front of the camera where my head's off camera, and then especially when I feel the need to lift my shirt and sit down. I don't know a solution for it. And I don't know if um I don't know if there's just an obvious solution and it's because of my autism that I don't see a solution, but I don't know a solution and I hope it's not offensive. Okay, so let me. Oh, you're cool with Halo Infinite, right? Cut the camera shorter? I mean, then it would be less seeing my shirt, but then also it would be further down here, which would also feel weirder. And then it also still depends if I walk further away from it. It also depends on where I walk in front of the camera for what reason and how. I don't feel like that's necessarily. I feel like that's a solution for specifically a specific range, but not the whole solution. Because I've tried that before. To clarify that, I'm saying all that because I've tried it. 3 was Halo, 2 was Wreckfest. We pulled 2. We're doing Wreckfest. Have I mentioned that my brain is not good? No, I know Halo was fine. I needed a decision maker, and it was the coin. I just need to remember what decision the coin made. I need someone to, repair my brain, really. Have you been? I haven't seen you as much lately. Have you been present and aware that the doctor seems fairly certain that I might have MS? Um, if it's not clear, the controller's not quite working. Okay. What? I don't think we're talking about the same thing. That or you're making a really clear joke about peeing and I'm just being stupid. But I'm definitely, just to be clear, referring to my doctor thinks I might have the disease multiple sclerosis or MS, which in relevance among many awful things to what I was saying just before then, um has uh just plays real hell on your brain from what I understand. Um how about we connect to a lobby called Dirty Noobs? Oh, I haven't fucking see, I told you my brain's not working. I haven't fucking switched back to my screen. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, it's not gonna be an exciting stream today. Spider climbed onto your hair, refused to get off, so you had used the last opinion that you had to. No, you ran out of opinions because you managed to turn an opinion into fire to burn a spider that was in your hair without burning your hair. Okay, the spider was in your chair, but you burnt the spider with an opinion and now you're not capable of having opinions? Right, I caught up with Chad. The delay is clear. Starting to respect how much delay there is between you and me. Car am I in? In the rocket? We'll allow specialty cars though. Do 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 do. Okay, we're gonna take... I like to be stupid. They're gonna let me drive a sofa. I'm gonna drive a sofa. Okay. I do wholeheartedly disagree. But that's my opinion, and I'm not there to enforce my opinion. I also love spiders. And despite that, and despite my vehement disagreement with your choice, I'm still capable of simply saying I wholeheartedly disagree rather than judging you for your choice. Uh-huh. And? Spiders are not inherently aggressive. Like, right, and I get that. That's why I'm like, I'm definitely not judging anyone for their choices with spiders. And spiders can be dangerous. I don't know what kind of spider it was or anything. Um, but I feel like typically a piece of paper does the job. Um, Spiders are usually pretty calm about climbing onto a piece of paper and being carried outside. But yes, I understand phobias and I understand that spiders can be quite dangerous. So I'm like, definitely not judgmental of people. And also, inherently, if you're gonna kill a spider, burn it with fire is definitely the way to do it. Obviously, you are correct about that. Holy what? No, the race is starting. I haven't smoked. I've been here for a while. I haven't been streaming for a while. I haven't even been streaming for an hour. Why doesn't this couch want to drive right? Yes, my vehicle is a sofa. And for some reason, this sofa doesn't want to drive correctly. I can't imagine why a sofa wouldn't want to drive normally. Okay, so we're quitting this lobby because they're allowing reversing. Gotta think about that. That matters. Fuck that shit. No reverse, all cars. Yeah. As long as it's no reverse, it's full. Jeez. No corner bomb, no reverse. We'll take that. Okay. "35 minutes without realizing it's been 35 minutes. That's peanuts, buddy. I look at the clock and I'm like, I thought it was 8 hours ago still. And I am so happy when that happens because that means that's 8 hours of time that I didn't experience that I don't have to think about. I thought it said all cars. It is not all cars. They are not allowing specialty cars. Okay, we're gonna go with my rocket then. Well, let's try the Gremlin. Gremlin. Yeah, I don't know if more wheels is gonna make a sofa drive better. It might need a few more things than more wheels. Now, you know I'm not going to be able to respond too much in the middle of a race, right? I'm good, but I'm not that good. I don't have a space really to put chat directly enough in front of me, to be fair. Which I know is preferable, I just don't have the space to do it. I have to look left to see chat. One of these days, I know what I'd like to do as a solution. I just need a couple $100 to do it, but it's also fairly low priority compared to like my health. I feel like more body mass, more existence, and like not being a couch might help more. Also, if you keep adding wheels, then no matter how many of them are capable of steering, you'll start to lose the ability to steer to friction. So actually, at some point, more wheels is less good. Well, you would think that, but tanks are slow and you need speed. It is still a race. Not just killing people. Because right now, Like, you would think, yeah, but I'm in a tank, so you can try to pass me, but I'll just smash you. Yeah, but you gotta be quick enough to smash me, and you're not. Not in a tank. Yeah. I don't play way too many racing games. I don't overanalyze every racing game in existence, no matter how silly it's meant to be. I'm a competitive-ass motherfucker. Now you're asking one vehicle in the entire game to have an entirely separate non-competitive mechanic. Now that's a different discussion by far, and you know it. Which button is the handbrake? Neither of them seem to do shit. It's clearly that one. Oh my god, look at my front left tire. Jesus Christ. Also, not space, I use a computer, or a computer, obviously a computer, I use a controller, like a real player. Also, what about socks? You have got to make that make sense, sir. For the most part, I was largely certain that English was your first language. Actually, I don't mean that offensively. If it's not, let me know, because I was fairly sure it was. That one made me question. Let me grab some socks. That doesn't make... Okay. Fine. That doesn't make the rest of that sentence make any more sense to me. We've got to explain all three pieces of that sentence. Space, or my handbrake, and something left me like that one song. Now, clearly I'm stoned, but you have to understand that my brain is actively deteriorating for one or the other or several health reasons. So, yes, I'm stupid. It's okay. Again, due to delay, I believe I just answered your question as I saw it on screen. How do I not understand? Because I am genuinely, for various health reasons, actually becoming stupid. I don't understand the meaning of the words as I read them in that order. That is probably on me. I can't do much about it. Okay. I saw the first bit of that. Okay, now I can read. Okay, now I understand space. I don't understand what the sock has to do with it, though. Understanding what you mean by space, I'm trying to work that out. So the key is space. Handbrake is space. Let me rework this sentence. Let me get where I can read it on this screen. The handbrake is space, or your handbrake left you like that once. Okay. There we go. Now that I put that into the sentence, you heard it. So your handbrake button is space. Either that, or your handbrake left you like that one sock. Did I get there? No, I know about the sock. That's not what didn't make sense. I know what left you like that one sock meant. I just was not putting the words together the way that you had them. So, obviously now I understand, as I made it a longer sentence with more words and a comma somewhere and a capital letter like old people write. You also have to remember I'm old. I write like an old person. Like, here, hold on. No, it's not the joke that's hard, it's the grammar. It's a generational problem. Y'all don't have to work so hard to communicate, therefore y'all are better at understanding simpler communication. Whereas growing up, for any number of reasons, and in fact it's not even that you guys don't have to, it's that specifically, starting with my generation, hear me out, text messaging started as SMS or short messaging system, which was, oh, you're leaving? But I had an important history lesson here that's super relevant and fair. Well, I'm gonna say it and tell it anyway. So short messaging system when I was a teenager was what text messaging was, and it was limited to something like 128 characters, which meant obviously we got used to saying very complicated things in as few characters, not just as few words, but as few letters, including spaces, as absolutely possible. Which started with such things as LOL and went through phases like IDK my BFF Jill, and then IDK and BFFJ, and so on and so forth. And now, outside of school, while it's being taught, grammar has generally left the English lexicon. For me, yes. In general, it is actually fine either way. And in fact, were other people in the chat here seeing you type properly like that, you could be called an old person. And I am fairly certain that you're not an old person. So it's up to you. To be fair, a lot of that was just me going off on a thing. I probably normally would have understood that a little bit better. My brain is deteriorating, and I've just had a bad few days, like I said. I am. My controller's not working again either. You know what? You know what that means? Both of those combined just means that the universe wants me to play Halo. I can play Halo without thinking. And I don't really care if I do bad at Halo. Who cares if they fucking play badly at Halo? Ever. Like... Halo is genuinely the most fuck-around game to ever exist. If I'm having a bad day, I'll just fucking turn into a troll and troll everyone. Not like team kill or anything, but just play in the dumbest ways. Like, I'm gonna die and do poorly anyway. So I'm just gonna make that very fucking inconvenient for my. No, I don't. I know you don't necessarily care. I'm just not capable of making decisions, so narrowing it down to 2 was helpful. I don't even think it's the controller, except for I'm not sure I've tried. Have you seen the new controller? Are you aware of the new controller? It's not an Xbox controller, I promise. Or a Switch controller, I promise. Have you been here for it? You have a longer delay than most people, as far as I can tell, usually. So I have to really make sure I'm quiet after I ask you a question so that I don't forget what you're responding to. No, I don't think that was the problem with the controller in that game. This controller is rechargeable. It doesn't have. In fact, the one thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't take double A's. It's only rechargeable. Um, but they did work with iFixit and make sure that a full service guide and it had a was available and parts are available and it has a good it's really easy to get into and replace the battery if it goes bad. Um, but it can be either a Switch controller, an Xbox 360 controller, which is important for things I won't get into today, a Android controller, or a very old school that you may not have ever heard of because I'm pretty sure you're a teenager, or at least in your early 20s, something called Direct Input, which is the precursor to X Input, which isn't even a wireless standard, but they've made it work wireless on this. Um, and yes, it could be that the last time I played that game was either in the Switch mode or the Android mode, testing those, and not in the 360 mode, which I found I prefer for a whole lot of reasons. Um, and it could be struggling with some compatibility issue in the 360 mode. Exactly. Um, I might explain this controller as I go, but if I don't, if you're interested in a really cool controller, I'm gonna type this in here. Or if you want, I can send you a link with some information in chat here. Um, that's specifically the one that I have, but they also have the King Kong 2 Pro and up to they have King Kong 3 and they have several versions of that. I don't some of them have different back paddles and everything. The huge thing is oh, can I go into like a private lobby or something? Custom game. Oh man, okay. Try to mark this spot then, because you'll like this. Well, you might like this. Now I'm talking about it, so mark it since I was telling you about it. Makes me feel better. I don't know. Have a good night, man, though. Get some good sleep. This will be good to show on stream for anyone that might be watching later or just not talking. Anyway, so let's see how much we can demonstrate. Should be all
Overshield inbound. Let's be
Yeah.
the best little slayer we can be. Overshield available.
Yeah. So, it's probably a little difficult to show very well. But let's start with the looking around. Barely touching this. Like you can see I'm just sliding my thumb across, which obviously shows how little that's moving. And then if I press that and that, that gives it a 5% dead zone. And if I try to do the same thing, it has a dead zone. So I have to push it that far. So that's an absolute 0 dead zone, which in Halo, compared to, say, my PS5 controller I was using, means when I come into my controller, these... Oh, yeah. First off, I would typically set my trigger dead zones to 0 because, like, you want to hit the trigger when you hit the trigger. No. 0 dead zone triggers. When I touch this trigger, I will fire a shot if I hit 0. We're about, you know what, let's demonstrate that, too. Let's set these at 0. And then, so, the default for your move and look thumbsticks is 7. And I brought move down to 4 because I don't need it to be as sensitive, and look down to 2. We're going to set everything to 0 so that we can discuss what 0 means. And this is going to look like stick drift, but it's not. It's no dead zone. There is no center. There is no spot for it to give a true absolute 0. Really. So, no matter what I do, basically, I'm looking, moving a little bit. So, barely touching. And there, I could see some reasons to want to do this. But, like, and then the range you can get out of that is all of these speeds. And then let me fix so I can stand still, but I'm not gonna turn off the trigger dead zones yet. So, trigger 0 dead zone. If you're running around, say I jump and just accidentally... I've disciplined with this because I did it so much. But, if you like to have a real sensitive trigger, it doesn't really have to be moved. Which also makes, for me at least, I don't need trigger stops when I can do it. But I feel like having that at a 5% so you don't... Because I will accidentally hit that a whole lot in a match. And I feel like that's a perfectly fine rate of fire. So. Okay.
Victory!
I think something weird just happened, but I wasn't paying attention because it was hot in here, so I was turning off the camera and turning off the lights.
Slayer.
Overshield
choose?
inbound. Let's be the
Oh!
best player we can be.
That's what I wasn't
Victory.
paying. Oh, my brain. Okay. I know exactly what happened. And then I didn't pay attention to what I was doing afterwards because I already forgot what I had just done. Because my brain is deteriorating. Love it. Oh. We're not doing fire fight. I don't like it.
Slayer.
Kill everything that moves and try not to die.
M41 Spanker over here.
Shroud screen acquired.
Lost the lead.
Shields.
Doing so well. I'm not good at Halo, so I don't care if I do badly, like I said. I enjoy the game. I wish I could be like that about 4 games.
Power items on the way.
Lost the
I
lead.
don't know what it is about Halo. It's kind of special. And again, I'm also glad I'm very competitive. It's good. In a lot of ways, it's also just highs and lows, right?
Lost a teammate.
Lost the lead.
Oh, they were already on the bridge with me. I thought they were shooting up at me. Well, I didn't get a kill, but I did fight hard enough to scare him off. I'm amused. Actually, that to me, that's genuinely more amusing than getting a kill. Fuck was that? Oh, I got hit in the head a few times. I was say that was
Power items inbound.
I am so sorry. I read chat on my TV, and those faces aren't showing up on my TV, and they're very, very small on my computer. And I definitely don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I cannot read Cyrillic. I don't know Russian at all, to be clear.
We've lost a teammate.
Thank you. I clearly need it. Horrible at Halo. But it's the only game I'm okay with being bad at. Speaking of being bad, I am still getting used to this new controller. I love it, but, you know, it's got a bit of a skill curve. Not exactly what I meant to do. Oh, see, like, I didn't see that you had put a face with that down below. Or up above on the TV where I actually read. I just saw good luck. And I can't tell what face it is either, to be fair. Just so you're aware. I probably can't see the faces very well. Which is unfortunate. That's sad that the TV can't show it.
Enemy team nearing victory.
That's not good.
Power items incoming.
Past our shields.
Power items up for grabs.
I will succeed. Doesn't look like it. It's not looking good for our team right now. That's not looking good either. Alright, you see that kill death ratio? 112? Right there?
Another one down.
Defeat.
Told you I wouldn't succeed. Yeah, we'll stick with squad. I was thinking about going down to 4v4 rather than squad battle. Is there something I can call you that's not written in Cyrillic? That way I can, feel better and say hi, how are you, ask how you are, and call you by a name. That's a bad way to ask that. I'm very sorry too. I'm not exactly intelligent. Yes, I thought you were probably from Russia. I'm correct that alphabet's called Cyrillic, right? I was just asking if there's a way to type that in the English alphabet so that I could read it rather than in Cyrillic. So that, when I say hey and how are you and stuff, I can address you as a person and just instead of just that nameless person. I'm a bit mentally disabled and I don't know probably the appropriate way to ask that. I'm just asking, basically what to call you in a way that I can read it though. And that feels a little bit rude, but I don't know how to. I don't know what about it feels rude. So I apologize. It's not meant to be mean, and it feels like I might be asking something a bit.
Everybody wants the bankers to go. Lock the shields. Close to teammates.
But yeah, no, I did recognize the Russian because 47, who did explain what his name translates to besides 47, but I don't remember what it was. But he's Russian.
Viewer in Inbound.
and sometimes he will type in Russian and translate that to English, because it helps him translate. Which, as long as it's translated, I don't mind at all. And in fact, I've even, when he's struggled to say something in English, I've had him, hey, tell me in Russian, and then I've gone and had it translated, and that's worked out better. You don't understand English. Well, that's awkward. Can't help you there. I barely understand English. What the hell?
Power items incoming.
Oh. I tested out a new type of razor today, and I'm feeling a little bit of regret for that. Nothing that says anything bad about the razor, actually, because I was just testing out the blade because I don't have the razor handle yet. And you should do that.
My shield's popped.
But it worked really well. It just also didn't so much cut me as left it very, very sensitive because there was no type of guarding or anything. It was just the very thin razor blade against my skin, so it definitely irritated it.
Power weapons en route.
Enemy
Do
down.
do 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 do. Bam.
Power weapons now available. Dynamo grenades obtained.
I wanted to go down.
Power items on the way.
We've got the M41
Power
sniper.
items up for grabs. Overcharging shields.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Worth it. I got a kill. It's like I've never played Halo before.
Enemy Spartans closing in.
Target spotted.
Ow. No, not really. I'm happy to have you here regardless. Oh, no, I can't, I mean, I don't know if you don't understand English how much of you understood me answering your question, but I don't
Power
know
items inbound.
what else to do but answer. Hey, Doba! Daba, how's it going?
Power
Did you
items
catch the last little bit with the Russian person here? I'm doing the best I can with this, right? I don't know if they know what I'm saying because they say they don't understand English, but then they're saying things I should respond to. All I can do is really respond in English, right? I've been rough. I've been genuinely pretty rough. Give me a minute to get past what's going on in this moment before I talk about that, if you want to hear about it. Because I feel like they understand part of what I'm saying. Father, would you feel up to helping me figure out if they understand some portion of what I'm saying? Because they said I don't
5 minutes
understand English.
remaining.
It's midnight. Congratulations, buddy. That's a wonderful time of day. You're still in school, aren't you? So that actually is, you're misbehaving, aren't you? I don't care. I just, buddy! The way I've been streaming the last couple of days, well,
acquired.
sorta. Not yesterday, because my internet died so much, and then I had a mental breakdown. But the way I've been streaming, I think you'll be back at school before I... I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying.
Power items on the way.
Victory.
Yeah, I totally contributed to win. You see that? I got 2 kills. I contributed. We don't need to worry about how much I died. Okay, I am going to try to... Oh, shit, by the time you're 64... I hope I'm dead. For a while. Did my internet cut out again? No. I'm just trying to communicate with this other person. That says how much of what I'm saying can you understand. Well, no, I'm what? 2 decades? I'd be 84. Minimum. And that's... No. Well, no, hold on. You're older than 14, I think. I don't... Did you say you were 18? Or was that someone else? Anyway, I'd be like at least 80. My life has been hard. I don't really want to live to 80. I'm surprised when I typed in Russian, that person didn't respond, like, right away. Weird. Oh well, moving on. Right, I need to come back to Halo to move on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I kind of wish they would have responded in English. Or in Russian. Well, if they said yes to you, they understand some English. That's okay. I still feel like that's the nicest thing to do there. I'm not gonna, like, spend more time doing this. I'm just gonna do big team heavies. That's fun. Dina. Okay. Welcome to the channel, Dina. For however much you can understand, I am not gonna spend an awful lot of time translating like that, but I might occasionally. And it seems like you understand some English. And maybe you're coming to English-speaking streams to learn more English? 1 or 2 what? Sorry. I was a little occupied. I feel like that sounded not nice. I apologize. Yes, I've had injuries. 1 or 2 what? Oh, 3. I don't know, 1. I'll do you one better, though. Pick any number, random number between 1 and 100. So, like... Okay. Yeah, there's always bias towards 69. Outside of that, and then outside of, like, 1 and 100 and, like, 2 and 99. Weirdly, the most common random number is 37. And there's actually, I don't know. Just look up the number 37. Look into the number 37. It's amusing. Specifically, the best place to start is... I'm not saying it's serious. I'm saying it's interesting and amusing. And there's actually interesting reasons for it. I'm trying to think of the name of the channel. It's not Smarter Every Day. Veritasium. Your eyes? What about your eyes? What happened to your eyes? I can't see those faces on my TV, and it's way too small on my computer screen over there. No. What is this emoji you put here? Monkey. What about your eyes, Peldoba? What happened? What the fuck? What changed color? Your phone? But it's still, like, nighttime. It should just stay dark mode. That's dumb. Straight up dumb.
Total control. Capture all zones.
Right,
to
it
score.
should just consider, hey, sunset is at this time, so dark mode. Sunrise is at this time, so not dark mode.
Man, it's teamwork. They got teamwork. One cohesive unit to fuck their ass to submission. You know what I'm saying? You want full anal control, you gotta overload that Spartan.
Online content not rated
Let's get it, boys.
ESRB. God damn it. Holy shit.
You understand your enthusiasm, just keep it up.
We need all 3 zones to score.
No.
Excuse me.
Honestly,
Thank
control.
you.
Hostiles are
Especially
capturing a zone.
this shit. Everybody starts working together as one. Push 'em.
Okay, I think I need to...
captured.
For
The
sure.
enemy is capturing his own. Zone lost.
That should work.
Hostiles are capturing his own. Zone captured.
Your team is close to total control.
An ally has captured a zone.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. It was a
Team
good
is
point
close to
defense.
total control.
But once I get bonked on the head like that by something
Team is
big,
close to
I'm
total
not gonna
control.
sit there for long. Okay, take care, Dina. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming by.
A friendly's capping his own. Power weapon incoming.
Yeah, no, you're usually not here for very long, Daba. I hope you understand, if I'm less responsive in the middle of matches and stuff.
Your team is close to
I'm
total
not
control.
set up, I was saying this earlier before you got here, I'm not set up to where my chat can be right next to my screen right ahead of me yet. So I have it fairly big on my TV, but I still kind of have to turn to actually see what's said. So I can respond to some things fairly quickly, but some things I can't
The
read
enemy is
until I'm
capturing
dead
his own.
or end of a match, depending on
M41
how much it
Spanker
is.
available.
And then if it gets too far behind, I have to wait till I can look at my little tiny computer monitor down there. Stages of mewing? Who's mewing about what to whom?
The enemy has seized a zone.
I'm the boss cat around here, thank you very much. Also, is like stages of mewing a new young person saying that means something that I don't know yet?
Zone lost.
'Cause I recognize that as entirely plausible. It sounds like it could be some weird thing. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, monkey tail. Okay, I don't know what that means either. In reference to anything I
The
said.
enemy is capturing
You have to
a
remember,
zone.
I'm 1,000 years old. But I'm trying to stay young and relevant because I appreciate the young generation. But I can only stay young and relevant if the young generation helps me do so.
Power weapons en route.
I can't learn how to stay cool if y'all just tease me for not being cool, right? Oh, hold on. Jawline, what? Also, why did that... Okay, your message is held for review because fuck you for some reason, but I don't know. Fuck that shit, Jesus Christ.
Hostiles are capturing a zone.
It's definitely not from the Stone Age. I don't understand any of the words you're saying.
A friendly's capping his own.
That or I'm officially older than the Stone Age. I'm not sure which. You're from the Stone Age, not it's. Oh, okay. Again, only paying as much
The
attention
enemy
as I can in the
capturing
middle.
zone. M41
I thought you were like
Spanker
18.
available.
Yeah, I knew you'd be tired. Thanks for coming by though, man. It's good to chat.
Spartan down.
Have a great night.
Zone lost.
Sorry I understand so little. My brain's worse than usual today. I've had a bad time, like I said, but have a wonderful night.
In my sights.
An ally's capturing a zone.
Your team is close to total control.
Zone captured. Power weapons incoming. A friendly's capping a zone. Power
My
weapons
brain is
up
dying actively as I'm trying to
Your
focus
team
on
has
what I'm
total
doing.
control. You got new zones incoming.
Might stop at about 2 hours today, guys, but I don't want to do nothing. Stopping seems pointless. So brain dead.
New zones are ready for capture.
I'm not sure I want to ask about the mechanics of that, but
The enemy is
also
capturing a zone.
how? I could understand saying my dog is pinching my balls, but pinching you with his
Enemy has
balls?
seized a zone.
Your enemy is nearing total control.
Oh, and I just now saw your fish is drowning. Obviously. But,
M41 Spanker inbound.
yeah, I...
Total control for
The other
enemy.
one I find
You got
disturbing,
new zones
sir.
incoming.
Oh, I'm sure I was dead. Oh, that's what that means. I'm so smart.
New zones are ready for capture.
Hostiles are capturing a zone.
Alright, man, take care,
Power weapons now available.
bitches.
Zone lost. Ground vehicle delivery confirmed.
Total control for the enemy. You got new zones incoming.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. You're obviously as good at leaving a space and going to bed as I am. And obviously I'm on my way to fame, so that's not a bad thing as long as you're cool with being famous after you turn 30.
New zones are ready for capture.
Ground vehicle delivery confirmed. Zone lost. Power weapons up for grabs. The enemy is capturing a zone.
Lost another one of that sniper.
The enemy has seized a zone.
That was rude.
Power weapons en route.
Lost a teammate.
5 minutes remaining. You've got what it takes. Just not today.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think it'll just be a short one today. I'm getting tired, unfocused, and I gotta at least try to take care of myself, I think. Daba, super good to see you. I know you're already gone, Dean. Super good to see you. I feel like you'll probably watch the rest of this. I have a feeling Daba might too. I know they've definitely come by my streams later. And we had Dina new today. I wonder if they will come back. It could be interesting because it seems like they are potentially trying to learn English. And it would be cool if I am a source of that, I guess. Feel like that's not a good idea. Oh, speak English that good. One of those two things. Exactly my point. Alright, everyone have a great night. We'll see it's Saturday. I get to take a break. We'll see Tuesday probably. Bye.